Hi everyone, how are you today? Iris and Mileidy here. I am so excited that you're here, that you're joining us, and for today's topic, I'm excited about because it's a topic that I have struggled with, I have gotten really good about, then struggled with again, then gotten really good about. Um, and I have learned a lot about this topic, and I know it's a topic where Miss Iris is probably an expert on, I will say. The topic is morning routines and how to make your morning routine work for you. So I'm going to start off by saying, how many of you start your morning by yelling at the alarm clock because it woke you up and you didn't want to be waking up from it? Has happened to me many times. Take your shower really fast, get the kids up, make lunches, run out the house, and probably forget five things along the way and go back and make up for them. I know that's part of a morning routine for a lot of people. That happens consistently, and we always say, I'm just gonna wake up earlier. And that dang alarm clock wakes us up, and we curse that in and we press the snooze button for another 5 minutes because all I need is an extra five, which becomes an extra 20. Um, so, Miss Iris, I'll let you talk a little bit about your morning routine because I adore your morning routine.
Oh, my morning routine. That was not easy. That was a decision. But my regular morning routine, I love that because I remember those days when I had to get up, get the kids up, get them ready to go to school and take them to school. But then one day I had this need that I needed time for myself. So I listened to one of my guidance that we all have one. And that person talks about, well, I have always woke up early because when I grew up, we have to wake up early regardless. That was the norm, right? But today, as an adult, my morning routine for myself is getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. The first thing that I do, I leave my phone far away so I don't snooze it. um, I wake up, go straight to the mirror. I do my mirror work. I mean, I wash my face first. That's part of the routine so I can wake my mind. So I do my meditation, my mirror work. I do my exercise, and and this is something that I've been doing for a while now. Does that mean that I do it always that way? No, there are days when my brain doesn't want to wake up, and I do, even though I went all the way to the other side. I click that thing and I go back in. Oh, I go to the mirror and do that part of the
Mhm,
routine, right? I
mhm.
even make it as far as the exercise part. Then I go back in bed.
Sure.
So it's not always the
Yeah.
same way, but it is always a new morning. I mean, every day is a new morning, and I take it every day as a new day that is a routine.
No, and I love that you said that. That is that it may change every so often, or some days it may change, but you always take every morning as a new morning. And I think that's the key, is that mindset of thinking this is a new day, a new opportunity. And like I said before, there are times where I have really struggled with that. And there was a huge time in my life where I was doing, and I had read a book called The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. And he kind of talks something similar to what you were saying, Iris. He talks about waking up at 5 a.m., doing some exercise. And the exercise is important because the exercise makes us sweat out the cortisol. And we wake up with a lot of cortisol, which is the stress hormone. So sweating out that cortisol, that stress hormone, and then doing some meditation and then doing something for yourself and having that time for yourself because at 5 o'clock, not many people are up. And I remember the time when I started and I got really serious and I was doing my 5 a.m. club. And let me tell you, the beginning was harder. But one thing that I remember I read in the book was leave everything set. So if you're gonna start with that workout, leave that workout clothes right there. Leave everything, or go to sleep in that workout clothes, right? But leave everything there. So it's not like, oh, but I don't know even where I put my workout clothes. So I'm gonna sleep another 5 minutes, right? Leave everything set with your shoes right there with the socks so that we could just get up and go, right? And that helped me immensely.
Help me
Uh,
too.
it was amazing. And then when I started doing it really, really well, that's when I got to publish my book. That's when I know that's when I got to the point where I opened Reach to Succeed. That's when I was getting really, really focused. And I can't remember what happened. It was probably a year and a half later. Something happened, and then I got off the routine, and it was hard to get back into waking up and doing it. And then I started doing it again. So it's one of those things where sometimes it does happen and sometimes you fall off. And I think I love the fact that you said, even when you don't do it, you still start your morning off with a positive thought. And I think that's the key, not starting off your morning with a stupid alarm clock, right? I have to snooze it, or why you wake me up, or why is it this time now? Why is it time to get up and doing these things? And all these things that I have to do today, starting your morning with gratefulness.
Gratefulness, gratefulness. You should see, you most of the time, I'm not gonna say every time, because there are days that have to drag me. Most of the time I get up dancing, like literally is dancing, is looking at myself in the mirror when I go, hey, how are you? But that's not something that came naturally. It was a process of self-love. It was it came down to not a feeling, meaning that a feeling cannot get me away from having a conversation with me, from my morning routine. Having cat and dog interfering with my morning routine is not an excuse to stop.
Yeah.
So it came down to a practice past the practice. Meaning it's not because I'm doing this any longer because it's good. I'm doing this because it's it's life. It's like it's my connection with me before I go into the world, before I
Well,
start doing the things that we are supposed to do, like work or clean or whatever. This is me and God, my time with that part.
yeah, want that time with you, that time with your inner self, that time where
Yes,
you get to do what you need to do to refill your battery, you know?
yes,
And I think that's
yes.
the beautiful part. And I love that thinking, that reframing that you did to a morning where, like I said, a lot of people think of it as, "Ugh, I need to wake up and start this day. You know,
I get to wake up. Change that. Reframe it. I get to wake up.
I get to wake up. I love
I have eyes to see the new day
this.
and feet to walk. I get to do this.
Yes, I get to be in this day.
Yeah. Isn't
Yeah,
that beautiful? Huh?
that is beautiful. All right. Well, like, subscribe. Tell us about your morning routine. Do you want to change it? Do you love your morning routine? What does that look like for you? Please like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Be
Bye.
good to yourself.
Be good to you.